What if reality as we know it is not as concrete as we believe it to be? What if the essence of our world, our universe, is woven from the threads of immaterial information? It's a curious notion, isn't it? This enigma is at the heart of quantum physics, a field that has been challenging our understanding of reality for over a century. The story begins with Anton Zeilinger, an experimental physicist who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2022. Zeilinger, in joining with John Wheeler in an article titled, "Why the Quantum, It from Bit, a Participatory Universe?" proposed a profound idea. He stated, "In conclusion, it may very well be said that information is the irreducible kernel from which everything else flows. Thence, the question why nature appears quantized is simply a consequence of the fact that information itself is quantized by necessity." In the article, Zeilinger further states, it might even be fair to observe that the concept that information is fundamental is very old knowledge of humanity. Witness, for example, the beginning of Gospel according to John. In the beginning was the Word. And in the YouTube video titled Professor Anton Zeilinger Speaks on Quantum Physics at UCT, Anton Zeilinger re-emphasizes his point and states, "It is operationally impossible to separate reality and information." Then at the 49-minute mark of the video, Zeilinger further states, "This is now my personal opinion, okay, because we cannot operationally separate the two. Whenever we talk about reality, whenever we think about reality, we are really handling information. The two are not separable. So maybe now this is speculative here, maybe the two are the same, or maybe information is constitutive to the universe." Then Zeilinger states, "This reminds me of the beginning, the Bible of St. John, which starts with, 'In the beginning was the Word.'" To focus in on Zeilinger's use of the word constitutive, it is important to note that the definition of the word constitutive is defined as having the power to establish or give organized existence to something. Actualize, make real or concrete, give reality or substance to. It is also important to note Zeilinger's personal opinion and speculation that information is what is constitutive and is what actualizes and is what gives substance to reality has now been validated by advances in quantum teleportation. In 2004, in an article titled Beam Me Up, Philip Ball, in discussing quantum teleportation, states, "In principle, however, the copy of the atom can be indistinguishable from the original atom that was destroyed." This concept further supports Zeilinger's theory, suggesting that information, not physical matter, is what truly defines our reality. In 2009, another breakthrough. In the article titled Atom Takes a Quantum Leap, it is stated, "The transfer of quantum information is equivalent to moving the first particle to the location of the second." This development again reinforces the notion that information, not matter, is the true currency of our universe. And in 2016, in the article titled Quantum Teleportation Enters the Real World, it is stated, "The photons aren't disappearing from one place and appearing in another. Instead, it's the information that's being teleported through quantum entanglement." To state the obvious, these experiments with quantum teleportation provide strong empirical evidence for Zeilinger's speculation and personal opinion that it is information, not matter and energy, that is constitutive of the universe. Interestingly, these groundbreaking advancements in quantum teleportation also provide a compelling argument for the Christian belief in the immortality of the soul, and that it is the soul that gives our material body the particular form and identity that it has. As Asher Paris himself, who helped lay the foundation for quantum teleportation, stated in the 2019 article, "Teleportation is here, but it's not what we expected," and when asked by a journalist if quantum teleportation could transport a person's soul as well as their body, he answered as such, "No, not the body, just the soul." To state the obvious, to have a scientist of Paris's stature discussing the existence of a soul is severely antagonistic to the overarching philosophy dominating science today, namely atheistic materialism. In conclusion, far from being in opposition, Christianity and science, particularly quantum mechanics, seem to be converging on a common ground. They both suggest that it's not the physical but the immaterial, the information, that truly defines what the universe is and even truly defines who we are. These developments in quantum teleportation remind me of the words of astronomer Robert Jastrow. He stated, For the scientist who has lived by his faith in the power of reason, the story ends like a bad dream. He has scaled the mountains of ignorance. He is about to conquer the highest peak. As he pulls himself over the final rock, he is greeted by a band of theologians who have been sitting there for centuries. Indeed, as we delve deeper into the mysteries of quantum physics, we find, to the consternation of atheists, that science confirms what Christian theologians have been claiming for centuries.